Ba-na-na-na-na. Na-na-na. Na-na-na-na-na. Na-na-na. Holy crap, bro. Oh, damn. I'll be getting strong as fuck. Lifting these weights like they're nothing. That was awkward. Tries. Boom. These are 30-pound dumbbells, dude. In a couple months, I'm gonna have these things absolutely mastered. Almost got the 20s mastered. The 20s I can do rapid fire punches. Easy. I've been going ham with these things, dude. For the longest time, it's just been like objects in my room. It's like, nah. There's a reason I've kept them for so long. And they've lasted for so long. It's because I realized the potential behind them. Right? Look at, boom. Ain't that sick? Ain't that awesome? Boom. 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 I love that. To knowing that these muscles are not for show, but they're for service. Boom, dude. Why am I getting strong? So I can be of service. So I can help people efficiently. That's the STV, bro. STV on my head, bro. Soon to be STV on my shirt. STV on my bracelet. STV on my shoe. On my sock. STV on my jean. STV on my underwear, bro. I got STV on my condom, bro. I'm just kidding. STV condoms, bro. That'd be crazy. But what is the message of the day? This one's funny. But I'm telling you, it's a good one. We'll dive into it like I always do. And the surface is going to seem silly, but man, that iceberg is going to be, it's going to be cool. Message of the day today is, I'm on hamster mode. Boom, 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 boom. What do hamsters do? They get in that freaking wheel and they just go so fast I can move. It's that bouncy ball, bro. I've been throwing the bouncy ball. Oh, I missed my desk. I got a cool orange and yellow one on me today. I'm gonna start a bouncy ball revolution. Yesterday I was hanging out with one of my youth kids, and we went and got haircuts. Oh. And I was playing with my bouncy ball. And my barber and I, he's Mexican. Or somewhere, I don't know. That's, call me racist, but I just kind of call everybody that's Spanish Mexican. It's just an easy simplification factor for me. And where I grew up in Nevada, grew up in a small town with a lot of actual Mexicans. And so I just, as a kid, every person that spoke Spanish that was brown, because I'm white, I speak English. If you're brown and you speak Spanish, you were literally Mexican, like literally. And so just as a kid, I grew up, oh, that guy's Mexican. So I see a brown guy who doesn't speak English and he speaks Spanish. It's like, that guy's Mexican. So it's like, barber, I don't know where he's from, but he's from Mexico, right? He's Mexican. But anyway, so my barber and I, we were just bound. They can't talk to him, which is fun. Because then you're reading body language, right? And you're talking and you're communicating in a whole different language, which is fun. And so, mi amigo, es bueno. And so, I don't know, him and I, we get along. He's cut my hair for a while because my youth kid, oh, look at that. This is so awesome. Look what time it is. gratitude time. I'm grateful that I'm here. Grateful that I got a bouncy ball. Grateful that I got my weights, bro. My 30-pound dumbbells. Thankful that I got my muscles. Thankful that I got my phone to make me a better person rather than a distracted person and a dumb person. Thankful that I got STV stickers that are soon to be on places. Thankful for the STV hat. Thankful for this awesome drill that helps me put things together when I need it. Thankful for my shoe cleaner. I need to actually go clean my shoes soon. Grateful, bro. I'm grateful for these matches to set my candle on fire, bro. I'm grateful that this giant candle that I got is coming to an end. And soon, it's time for a new candle, a new scent. Thankful for my awesome board. Dude, look at this. Man, I've done so much this month. I'm so proud of myself. Boom. This thing is so sick. So sick, dude. Track it all. What I do, how I go about doing it. It's sick, dude. So I'm grateful for that. Grateful for, like I said, the drill. I used to have these little push tacks, but they suck. So I decided to get these screws instead. So that way it never comes out. If I can put it back on. Boom. Boom. Once you find one, you find the other. But like I said, dude, I used to have, for years, I would use these little thumbtacks, push pins, these little things. Bro, they suck. They break. All of a sudden, your board just, and then you take the board off the wall, push pin comes out, and it's like, bro, you gotta like, sucks. So I suffered right through that for years. It took me forever just to be like, bruh, just put a screw in the fucking wall. So that's what I did. So grateful for that drill. Grateful for the story of how I learned what gratitude time was. I was talking to this lady. I hit my 90. I hit my 90-day mark at Texas Roadhouse, and I was on the phone with the benefits lady who's going over like what benefits that I wanted to get and blah blah blah. And I love people. Love them, especially other believers, and you can tell people that also believe. And so it's like we were getting along, we were chatting, praising the Lord, blah blah blah, you know. And she was telling me about her husband that recently passed away, and like how he was such a great man, and blah blah blah, and like, man, great stories. And one of the stories that she told me one time was he always had, because I kept talking about like how I was grateful for this, grateful for that, and she's like, I love that you're so grateful. My husband, he was so grateful all the time. He actually had this thing on his clock where every day at 3 o'clock an alarm would go off and he would call it gratitude time, and he would just take some time to be grateful for where he was at, what he was doing, and stuff like that. And I was like, bro, lady, thank you so much for teaching me about that, telling me about that story. I'm literally going to copy that right now. And I pulled out my phone. One of my favorite philosophies is action immediate, action pronto, right? So I took action immediately. I took action pronto, pulled out my freaking phone. I moved my phone from my ear to the front of my face. There he goes, bro. Basically, I just went my phone with my alarm clock. Boom. Every day, 3 o'clock, gratitude time. Boom. Grateful as heck. And so, but anyways, man, I'm getting fast as heck. The bouncy balls that I've been bouncing around totally work. I'm starting a bouncy ball revolution. Freaking, some of my friends bounce their bouncy balls. A lot of my other coworkers bounce their bouncy balls. Now, my barber and I, we were freaking communicating through the bouncy ball, bro, because you can't talk to him. So we was just, guy gave me a haircut, dabbed him up. He saw me bouncing the bouncy ball. I bounced it to him. He caught it. He bounced it back. We started going back and forth. And 5 minutes we were playing for the bouncy ball. It was a fun game, dude. So that was a great sign that the bouncy ball revolution is coming to a town near you, bro, if you're listening to this. But anyways, message of the day. hamster wheel. I'm in hamster mode. Let's hit the message. There you go. It's a great one. Hamster mode. Hamster mode, dude. Hamster mode. They're on the wheel. Going. Boom, 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 boom. I'm running circles on this bitch till the wheel falls off the freaking stand, bro. And then my wheel's gonna have so much momentum that it goes smash right through anything that's in my way. Unlocking the door to greatness, bro. So, like I said in my last video, I'm not a content creator. I'm me. So when I come and make these videos, it's just a documentation of my life. It's just a journal update, and it's a journal entry update, and it's awesome. If people watch it, then awesome. If they don't, awesome. Don't care. I post it on YouTube for greater adheration to the words and to the ideas that I speak and articulate in these videos, right? The very fact that I know anybody could watch them at any time makes me be like, damn, I better be living this shit out. And I do, and it's easy, and it's just the greatest thing ever, right? So, boom. That being said, what is a hamster wheel? Hamster wheel is something you do over and 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 over again. I went extra long in that description so you can get the point, right? Over and over and over it again. Like, how many times does that hamster spin that wheel when he's running on it? Hundreds, thousands of times, right? And so, if you're not careful, and if you don't set that hamster wheel up right, and you're on it, you're fucked. It's one of those things where it's either all good or all bad. It's like, man, either that hamster wheel is destroying everything or it's setting everything up. Now, of course, there's always exceptions. Oftentimes through here, I'll make very blatant statements. They're generalizations. Generalization. There you go. That's the word. I'm generalizing. There's always exceptions, right? So you can have a hamster wheel that's, say, 80-20, 70-30, 50-50, 60-40, 25-75, 43 and, I don't know, 57, right? Stupid shit. Where basically, yeah, most of the stuff that I'm doing is good. Some of it's bad, but whatever. I'm just in my routine. Right, there you go. That's the word that I was looking for without knowing that I was looking for. Your routine. That's all that the hamster wheel is in this metaphor. It's your routine. What's your routine? What are you doing over and over and over and over again? And like the reason I got excited about, I love my mind, bro. Praise God for my mind. I know it's like all these different things, but thank God for a great memory, perfect memory. Memory is just a muscle. How much do you exercise it? My muscles are perfect. How much do I exercise them? Some people have weak memories, and some people have really strong memories, depending on how you exercise it. And over the last couple of years, I've been really exercising my memory, so it's gotten really strong. But anyways, thank God for a super strong memory because it's perfect. But I digress. I know sometimes I can be all over the place. But then I connect it all back. Boom, boom, boom. Sometimes my mind will get fixated on some random thing and it's go over there. And then I go back to my original path and it's like, man, thank God I went down there because now I can connect it to this, and boom. That's why people ask me, like, do you have ADHD? Fuck yeah, I do. And it's my absolute superpower. That's exactly what that is. My mind sees something, gone, jump, boom. But it's something that, anything that my mind jumps to, is something that is of service to myself and to everyone around me, right? It's something that brings more life to all, because that's what God cares about. We talked about that in other videos. Like, God cares about what? More life for all. So if God's ever asking us to do anything, it's more life for us and for everyone around us, right? And it's just, it's a beautiful concept when you really get into it. But anyways, so I love those boards, right? I get to see what my general routine is. What am I doing on average? Right? Am I working out? Am I learning? Am I studying? Am I wasting my time? Am I doing things that are good? Because I'm tracking it. I'm freaking tracking it right there. Get my head out of the way. Tracking it right there. I got to make sure that the stuff that I write down on there is stuff that's worth writing. Right? And it's like there's been times in my life where I stopped using that board. And it's because, dang, I really wasn't doing a lot of shit. It's like, alright, we're not updating the board. We're not tracking. Because I know that most of the time that I'm spending is... and it pissed me off. Right? And so I love that thing. That thing is a great marker. A great measuring tool of... is the hamster wheel that I'm on something that I actually want to be on, right? And the reason that I'm talking about, the hamster wheel in this message of the day today is because I'm very happy and grateful, gratitude time, connecting back, very happy and grateful that, like, dude, the hamster wheel's working, bro. The hamster wheel is legit. This is a wheel that I want to be on. So, I'm just chugging away. Chug, 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 chug. Working at Texas Roadhouse, serving tables, doing my best despite, being grateful despite, helping out the youth kids that God has brought me to and brought around me. Being of service to the people in my household. Because this is just my room. I got a super freaking awesome room. I talked about this in other videos. I got a super freaking awesome room because this is all my shit. I can't put anything out there. Got other people living here. This ain't my house. I rent out a room in the house. That's it. So it's like, damn. Gotta be of service to these people, man. I love this house, honestly. I've lived a lot of different places. This place is special. It's funny. There's some funny people here. There's some awesome people here. There's some random people here. And it gives you... drop my STV stickers and fidgeting with them. It gives you a glimpse into life and, like, how the people around you live it. Because I get to see random people up close and personal. Can't really get too much closer than living in a house with somebody. The only other one is living in a room with somebody. You can always close that door, bro. But every now and then you walk by and people open the door and you see into the room. And rooms tell a lot about people. They tell a lot about people. So I love my room. My room says a lot about me. Room's sick as fuck. Got a little Jesus up there, bro. Thank God that we got God. Facts for real, bro. Another Jesus right there. There's that drill that I was telling you about. The be comfortable being uncomfortable stick. This cool plane up here. Dude, this thing's right over here is super cool. Little Jesus corner. I love putting Jesus and crosses everywhere. Dude, the loot walls, bro. Loot walls. Mad sick. You got the weights that have actually been used. Dude, the door off the charts. Door crazy, bro. Bed always made. I hate it when my bed not made. Desk over here. Boom. All kinds of awesome stuff. Cologne, deodorant, smell good. Divine screw. I love the being divinely screwed screw. Just awesome stuff, bro. That little Lamborghini, I got that when I was living in my car, working at, like, all these memories. My life, dude. And these signs up here, like, dude, just all kinds of stuff, bro. I could do show and tell forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. But freaking just I'm on a hamster wheel. And I know that the one that I'm on is awesome. And I thank God for it. And I realize how much of a gift that it is. And how much, let me take back that word, how many, there you go, how many rewards that it bestows upon everyone that I come in contact with, right? Not everybody in the world, but again, well, hey, you know what? There's always a butterfly effect. So one flap of the wing can cause a hurricane in another part of the world, right? So one conversation here can impact a person all the way across the world, 100%. So yeah, in some way, if you draw the effects out long enough, yep, this awesome hamster wheel that I'm on is affecting everyone in a positive, meaningful, significant way. And that's so awesome. Like, that's a question that I want to start asking people. Do you feel purpose? Do you feel meaning and significance in your life and in your actions? I pray that the answer is a resounding yes. But I'm very confident in the answer of it's going to be a resounding no. And that's why I'm building the brand. That's why I got the vision. That's why I got the purpose, right? It's like, but I look at myself as a sign, right? Like, I'm a sign of a major fucking problem. Major fucking problem. Shouldn't be here. Shouldn't be trying to do this shit. The only reason that I'm trying to do this shit and I'm here and that I am who I am is because, damn, there's a big motherfucking problem. Big problem. And it's like, bull. So, my life is dedicated to solving and remedying that problem. So that's what I mean by it's like, damn, I shouldn't be here. I should be somebody else doing something else. But I'm me, and here I am, and this is what I do, and this is who God created me to be, and what my life is purposed to do, right? And so, the hamster wheel that I'm on in this season is so special. 7th Texas Roadhouse, doing the youth pastoring at this little micro church. I don't even want to get oh, I want to get into it, bro. Oh my God. God bless his church. God bless everybody at it. I'm so grateful that God led me here. I'm learning so much, bro. Thank you for eyes to see, but not judge. Because if I was just judging, I would miss out on so much beneficial feedback and information that is happening right in front of my eyes every time I go there. I have my youth pastoring thing. We have youth night tonight. I'm very, very interested to see how that plays out today. But I'm on my hamster wheel. Like I said in my metaphor, I'm not getting off this bitch until this thing flies off the fucking stands. Because I know God put me here. And this is God's hamster wheel, and I'm just a steward of it. And the only thing on my spirit is, do not get off the wheel. Okay. Fine by me. 10 fingers wrapped around these johns, bro. Do you see that muscle, bro? I'm strong as heck, bro. 10 fingers wrapped around these bitches. I ain't letting go. Got that kung fu grip, bro. The iron freaking gloves, bro. So, cool. Fine by me. Same with Texas Roadhouse. I don't care how. I want to find the right way to articulate this, and I think I have it. And it's so simple that for the last couple of seconds I've just been thinking it through and confirming it. And yep, that's how I'm gonna articulate it. Poorly trained. There you go. I don't care how poorly trained my coworkers are. Good way to put it. Doing my best despite. I'm grateful despite. And I'm so beyond thankful. Because it's the perfect, bro, of French. Bro, it's freaking of a battlefield, bro. A trench, a freaking training ground, whatever you want to call this thing, bro. It is so perfect to me learning what it means to actually be and to fully strengthen and just develop a Valuetonian. A Valuetonian is someone whose each and every action is an action of service to himself and to everyone around him. And that's how he serves God, right? So everything that I'm doing is setting myself up and everyone around me in the best way possible, to the best of my ability. And that's how you serve God. I've talked about this in the past, but there's nothing that we can do for God. Nothing. The only thing that I can do for him is improve my life for the lives of everyone around me. Improve the lives of everyone around me for me. Improve my life for everyone around me, right? More life for all. I'm included, you're included, the person over there is included, all the neighbors are included, the people across the sea are included. God cares about them all. He wants more life for all. The rain falls on the just and the unjust. God loves his enemies as much as he loves his children, right? Crazy, bro. Crazy when you really get into it. But anyways, I love working at Texas Roadhouse, dude. Nobody does nothing unless they absolutely have to. So how does that come out? Nobody's sweeping the floor unless the manager comes to them and says, sweep the floor, it's your job. Nobody gets ice unless it's like literally the last ice cube. Nobody refills the glasses unless there's literally no glasses. And then they'll stack the red crates right next to it, and then they'll have the time to leave them empty right there. And they won't move them until they need a glass, and well, you can't get a glass because it's empty, and you need to take it off and get the glasses under it. And then they'll just add it to the pile, even though there's a whole shelf right above that pile where you're supposed to put them. Very few people will actually change a trash can until it's completely overflowing and the trash is all over the fucking floor and you can't stack anything more on the mountain that you already have coming out the trash can, because if you throw anything on the mountain, it's just going to fall off the sides and roll onto the floor where all the other trash was where people try. People will leave their trays all over the fucking counters in their old half-eaten bread and sauces and ribs and drinks and half-used glasses and empty glasses and empty Monin syrup bottles and lemon wedges everywhere, and everything is soaked because it's right next to the drink stand, so people spill water, ice melts, and everything is just wet, disgusting, dirty, all over the place. Food, it's just absolutely terrible. No fucking ice, no glasses, no fucking straws, no cups, don't fucking, they'll only stock it if they're fucking no cup. And then sometimes, instead of restocking the cups, they'll just go to the box where the cups are, where you pull out the big cups, and then you take those cups to the cup stand, then you restock. They'll go to that box, the source box, and they'll just open the plastic and take a cup out, and then they'll go fill their cup up. Maybe 2 or 3 cups if they need 2 or 3 of the paper cups. You know what I'm saying? It's like, thank you. Genuinely, thank you. Thank you. Because then I come in that full-fledged valuetonian, bro. Endless stuff for me to do. Endless. I move so fast. I work so hard. And I go fast and hard the entire time. I am so strong and so tenacious in pursuing that value and being strong and tenacious in that value of setting up myself and everyone around me, right? Because I benefit from getting ice and the whole restaurant benefits from getting ice. I benefit from having those counters clean and everything being organized and stocked, because if I ever fucking need anything, it's right fucking there, it's full. And so does everybody in that restaurant, right? And it's just like, bro, everyone knows it. Everyone sees it. Everyone's thankful for it. And because I provide that service, right? I strongly and tenaciously pursue that value, and I do it to such a high degree, that naturally results in, one, I get better tips at my tables. Everybody loves me at that restaurant. I get the best schedule. I get the best tables. I can walk around with a headphone in my ear, taking a fucking order if I really fucking wanted to. Manager's never going to say anything to me. I don't need to. They hand out these little papers with your name on it, and at the end of the day, you print out your checkout, right? And you have to fill out that paper and like write, oh, my per person average for the table was $36. The drink average, which is your Bev app, your Bev app is beverage average is about maybe $4. You know, the average person spent about $4 on drinks, right? And then, oh, my smothers, I got 33%. My loads, I got 60%, whatever. You know, 60% of the items that could get loaded got loaded. 38% of the items that could get smothered got smothered, right? Oh, my total average for my apps, you know, like out of all the tables, what was the average of people ordering appetizers, right, etc. They track all that. They track how much food you're running. Every time I run food, there's a little ticket. I keep the ticket, I put it in my pocket at the end of the night. I kick on my tickets, and you count them all out, and then you turn in that little slip with all your averages. You turn in your food stamps. Funny. You turn in your food running slips and etc. Right, and then they look at all those metrics and they evaluate your performance, and they base your schedule off that. They call it your blast score and your food running average, right? So they'll look at your blast score, they'll look at your food running average, and they'll be like, oh, do we want to have this server serving a lot? Do we want to give this server the good tables, right? I ain't never turn in no stupid paper. I don't keep my food running tickets. I throw them away or give them out to people, and I never turn them in. I just show up, be a valuetonian, clock out, and I just hand them my slip with my little signature on. All I do is sign the paper, put a little signature on it, boom, and they take it. And then they just let me go about my happy little day. They see me literally running around the fucking restaurant, juking everybody out. Nobody says nothing. Why? Because they know that I'm going so fast to go help somebody, to go do something where everybody benefits from it. I don't care what I'm listening to, because obviously the stuff that I'm listening to does not only distract me. It doesn't distract me, that's what I'm saying. It does not only does it not just distract me, but it also focuses me, right? And people know that the stuff that I'm focusing on, the stuff that I'm learning, the stuff that I'm listening to, that I'm studying and training, is stuff that is increasing my ability to go and serve everybody at that restaurant. So they're like, fuck yeah, we want you to have the headphone in, Alex. I'm surprised nobody's come up to me and be like, Alex, why isn't your headphone in today? You need to be studying, bro. And I'd be like, thank you so much. Low key, I do. I'm fucking pulling that bitch out right now. Or I'm going to hit him with I'm actually studying on something right now, and that's learning how to not do that. Because that's something that I've been doing lately. I haven't been on my phone, haven't really had the headphone in, haven't really been studying too much. I've been really super focused in studying and training myself how to just be in the moment to a whole nother level. Something that I've already, one of my favorite lessons is the present, right? This is something I learned a long time ago. I present. The present moment is a present. It's a gift, right? And when we are present, we can also then be a present to the people around us. We can be a gift, right? The present moment is a present, and it presents us an opportunity to be a present to the people that we are presently around, bro. Crazy, bro. For another time, though. But, so it's, yeah. So if I don't have my headphone in a hypothetical situation, somebody comes up and says that to me, that'd be my answer. And it has been. People have actually asked me, they're like, oh, you haven't been in your headphone in recently. So actually, I told them that. Her name was Susanna. But anyways, I love Texas Roadhouse. I love that hamster wheel. And I love that it affords and allows for me the opportunity to take care of myself, to take care of my living situation, to have enough money to be able to invest into my brand. And we got the second sample on the way. I'm going to approve that, give that to my sod friend. And then I got freaking lanyards on the way, and I got bags on the way. They're both being made. They're in production right now. And then I got a sample of a shirt coming in. Soon that sample will come in. I'm very excited to see the shirt because I don't think that I've seen a picture of it, which I'm very hopeful and I'm not worried about it. But technically, it's a fucking red flag. Like, it's a red flag that she never sent me a picture of the fucking shirt. Yeah, she just told me it'll be completed in a couple of days, and the next thing you know, she said it's shipped. She never sent me a picture of it. No, that's not good. It's a red fucking flag. So, I spent $36 on the fucking sample. So, who fucking cares? Worst case scenario, it's complete fucking donkey, and I just get another shirt made from manufacturer, and I'm out $36, and I lost time. That's the worst case scenario. A time loss. I'm gonna go bald. See this shit? Right, especially right here. This one's bad. I don't care. Man, my value don't come from my hair. Might as well just go bald. But I love the fucking hats, bro. Fuck with the hats so hard, bro. Can't wait for colors. I got light blue, dark blue, black, hot pink, and light pink. And red. 6 colors. 25 of each, 150 hats. Boom. Dude, if I can sell all 150 hats, the shirts, I'm going to prove this sample. I have a feeling it's going to be good. I have a feeling the sample's going to be awesome. I got faith. But because I have faith, even if the sample's shit and it's terrible, I don't care. Got faith. Like I said, I'm on this until the fucking thing flies off. And if I know it flies off, I know that's God already knew that was gonna happen, and he worked it into his plan. So I'm going right according to plan. Either that's gonna transport me to where I need to be, or it's gonna fucking open up the fucking cage and then I'm fucking freed. I don't know. We can dive into that metaphor another time. But I'm on the fucking hamster wheel. And I love this shit. And I'm just doing Texas Roadhouse. Just building my business. I'm serving at the church. And I'm showing up here. I'm documenting. I'm journaling. I'm being my best. I'm hitting the weights. I'm doing this. And being a valuetonian. I'm training. I'm getting faster, smarter, richer every day. Every day in each and every way, I'm growing better and better, richer and richer, faster and faster, stronger and stronger, smarter and smarter. For myself and for everyone around me. Bruh. So good. God bless this hamster wheel, bro. I'm so excited to be on it. Like, I genuinely love the season that I'm in, dude. Like, it's a special one. It's awesome. Now, sure, there are moments where it's frustrating. Yeah, of course. But every season's going to have its moments of frustration. Some are going to be more rife with them than others, right? And other seasons that I've been in my past have been very rich with frustration. I showed this in another video. I'll do it again. Boom. This is crazy. Meaningful suffering. Tell me that wasn't a fucking season that sucked. What a great book, dude. Man, my notebooks used to be so interesting. This is a good page right here. I have countless pages like this. Suffering is meaningful. Suffering is meaningful. And suffering is meaningful. So it's like, yeah, dude. With Christ, even in those moments of life when it sucks and you're suffering, Romans 8:28 kicks in, and we know that in all things God works for the good for those who love him, been called according to his purpose. So you can know that suffering is meaningful. That suffering is a benefit to you and for everyone. If God is allowing it, it's because it can, should, and is intended to bring glory to him. And any way that you bring glory to God is more life through all. Anything that increases life for all automatically, inherently brings glory to God, right? So in one way, a consistent way, in a way that every other way also can and does bring glory to God, is by bringing more life to all. So if you throw suffering in that, that's making you better, stronger, faster, and smarter, and it's allowing you to be of greater and positive impact to everyone around you and be a light to them, right? And God is so good that he doesn't prevent suffering, but he rather allows us to go through suffering, and we don't just go through it. With Christ, we grow through it, right? And when we grow through the suffering, that becomes an example, that becomes an inspiration to everyone that's in suffering, so that they can take heart, they can take comfort and rest in the fact that with God, they too can also grow through their suffering, that they too can also experience suffering that is meaningful rather than meaningless. Meaningless suffering is the worst, bro. Oh, my heart breaks for that. But with Christ, all suffering is meaningful. Love God. God's so good, bro. So good, bro. So yeah, dude, this season is awesome. I love it. Sure, there's some frustrations in it, but my suffering's meaningful, so I don't really mind. I'm actually grateful for that too. So when you look at it in that proper perspective, bro, I am very happy to be on this hamster wheel. So much, in fact, that I'm now on hamster mode. The message of the day. Message of the day today is hamster mode, dude. I'm on hamster mode, man. That's all I'm doing. It's doing the same shit over and over and over and over and over again, and improving on it in any way that I possibly can. And I'm doing my best, because I know that God has me on this wheel for more life for all. And so who would I be to not be on the wheel and to not give my everything to the wheel? Like I said, dude, 10 fingers wrapped around this wheel, bro. Running as fast as I can. I'm freaking I'm Usain Bolt up on that wheel, bro. Zooming, bro. Michael Phelps, except in the hamster mode way, bro. And I'm STVing. Everything's on the way. 2 samples, 2 orders. 1 samples come in, approve those samples, put in bulk purchase. Then everything comes in. Then the only thing left to do is get my booth and get all kinds of little things. I want to sell pins. I want to sell stickers. I want to sell bouncy balls. I want to sell little mustard seed faith things. I want to sell little baby Jesuses, and I want to sell drinks. These are the mustard seeds. So it's like the little baby Jesus is the stuff that I put on everywhere. So it's like, and I have the stickers, like stickers that I put here, right? Like little Jesus and faith stickers. And then I want to get STV stickers. And then I also want to get, I have bracelets, like little verse bracelets. So I want to sell these. And then I also want to sell drinks, like out of a cooler, like Red Bulls and Celsiuses and waters and lemonades and whatever, right? And then I want to also sell like little pins, because you can get pins that have like awesome messages and like not just like Jesus messages, but also like motivational messages, inspiring messages, and messages that, you know, like are cool, not like dumb, but cool, right? And so I want to I have like all these little buckets. I won't go get them, it'll take me too long, they're down in my basement. But not my basement, that's funny, we don't even have a basement in Florida. My garage, they're in my garage. But I have these little buckets, and I'm gonna use this product called Rust-Oleum, where it gets rid of the rust inside the bucket. And then I'm going to spray paint all the buckets black, and then you fill the buckets with those things, and I'm going to have like a little stick coming out, and it's going to have a sign, and it's going to say 1 sticker, $1, 1 Jesus, $1, 1 bracelet, $1, whatever. And then you go up in increments, you know, 5 for $3, whatever, you know, 10 for $5, etc. And then, you know, there might be, oh, I'm gonna get some bracelets, oh, I'm gonna get a little Jesus, oh, I'm gonna get a little faith thing, I'm gonna get a Jesus, the faith thing. I also have keychain attachments. These things are so cool. So I'm selling lanyards, right? Bro, you can also get things to put on your lanyard. So I can get like this little muscle dude. This thing says God is my refuge. Like, look at the muscle dude's so sick, dude. I want you to see the muscle dude. Boom. Look at that. So sick. So I'm gonna sell all those things, like, so I can have a bucket. I got plenty of buckets, so we can have a bucket for everything, right? Focus on me, bro. Come on. Whatever. I don't care. We're getting to the end of this video, dude. I'm on hamster mode. The only thing that we can do is be the best that we can possibly be for myself and for everyone around me, everybody that God brings me to, everyone that God brings to me. Almost got it. Boom, we got the focus back. But it's the greatest thing, dude, and I'm just grateful to do it. It's awesome, man. I really do need to wrap this up. I gotta go get ready for youth group tonight. Alright, I'm gonna get into it a little bit. Here's the biggest thing that I've learned. You can be a great teacher. You can know all the stuff. But you also have to be a great leader. And if you fail to be a great leader, you can never really build anything. And you can only go somewhere to teach. And the pastor at this church, he built it himself. And when he was younger, he was able to do it. But as he's gotten older, he's gotten worse. And everything's slowly falling apart. And it's because he's not a good leader. It's not like he's a bad leader. Like his intentions aren't bad. I genuinely believe this guy genuinely loves God, and I know for an absolute fact that God uses this man and uses this church, but he limits himself so much by his ineffectiveness as a leader. He's just not good at it. He doesn't really know how to do it. He's not like a bad leader. He's not like evil or anything like that. He's just not a good leader. he misses the super easy opportunities, and he fails to do the super easy things. And because of that, he definitely misses the harder opportunities, and he definitely fails to do the harder things. And that over time accumulates in disaster, bro. And so yeah, like he knows the word of God. His theology's on point. Like I get in very little theological debates with him, and trust me, that's the first thing that I do. If we disagree theologically, I'm gonna, because I know what I believe and I know why I believe it, and I go by the scriptures. And if I have a faulty belief and it's clearly stated in the scriptures, I'll change my freaking mind. And only reason I'm able to do that is because my father is the man that and he is the same way. And well, I got years of wisdom instilled into me as a kid, and well, it's been battle fucking proven, battle tested, and it has come through time and time again, right? And so yeah, I actually know what I believe, and it's not wacky, it's not stupid, and it's backed up by scripture time and time again. And you can come at me with some weird faulty beliefs, and I will poke holes in that, and we'll do it. And if I fail to do that and you poke holes in mine, well, guess what? I'm not trying to beat you in a debate. I'm trying to understand the truth, so I will easily join your side so fast. Thank you for making me smarter. But unfortunately, not too many people have done that. So we've been cranking it out, and I like this guy. His theology's on keep. He's not a weird Calvinist. He's not this. He's not that. You know, he loves grace. He's aware of it. He understands that, you know, we were dead in sins, and now we're new creations in Christ. He understands that the only way to receive salvation is through Christ and Christ alone. You can't work for it in any way, shape, or form. Any work is an outward expression of what God has worked in, right? But he's not Calvinist in the fact that we're not predestined, but we were predestined to anybody that is in Christ is going to be conformed to his son, right? He has a correct image of that. He believes in free will, but he also believes in destination. Like, we have the freedom to make the choice, but we don't have the freedom of choosing where that choice takes us, right? That's, anyways, won't get into it, right? He has good theology, right? And that's what I mean by he's a great teacher. It's the only reason he's been able to build anything, able to do anything. Only reason people come to him, right? But he's not a good leader, so he can't build people up. He can only teach them shit, and then he doesn't know how to handle them. And so when stuff happens, he doesn't know how to handle it like a real man, like a real leader, and so he loses the trust of his followers. And then he can never really build anything of significance, because nobody of true significance will ever stick around. I'm the only exception, because God has called me here to serve this man despite it all, because, well, he's teaching me how to do this the right way and what not to do, and to learn from this guy, because, well, he's a great teacher. And honestly, I don't really need anybody to lead me, because, well, Christ lead me and I lead myself despite that, and we just move forward. And I'm in a season of education, of learning. Obviously, clearly, it's the only reason I live my life in the manner that I live it. So I continue to serve this man despite him not being a good leader. And it's just funny and interesting to see how everything fucking plays out. And I see these things happen, and I just watch this guy and I see how he handles it, and it's like, damn, I wouldn't fucking do that. I would do this instead, but he failed to fucking do that. And then you see the consequences. It's just how everything plays out, and it's just like, wow, we just got back from youth camp. Won't go into the details of that, but a whole lot of fucking mistakes were fucking made with that shit, and I wouldn't have fucking have handled them in the manner that he handled them. Like I said, he's a great teacher, but he's not a good fucking leader, and so he didn't handle them in a fucking way a good leader would. And so now you're fucking starting to see all the consequences of that, and that's where you see pretty much all of your youth leaders just fucking leave and go away. And I literally just found out my main buddy Luigi, I've talked about in other videos, the other fucking dude, he's gone. He doesn't even fucking do this anymore. This is gonna be the first youth group I've ever been where Luigi ain't fucking there. And it's just like, that's the guy who sings the songs. That's the guy who set up the whole fucking thing, because he lives right next to the pastor, so he would go get all the stuff. It's like, I have no fucking idea how the hell this is gonna play out, dude. Luigi has a girlfriend who would also serve, and she was also one of the main freaking people. And so it's just like, my only guess, because the pastor only reached out and asked me if I was coming today. I told him yeah. He didn't ask me to get pizza, didn't ask me to come pick up the speaker, to come pick up the TV, to come do any of that stuff. He only asked if I was coming. He never asked me to be one of the messages, you just gave that to Luigi, right? And because there was about a month and a half period when I first got working at Texas Roadhouse where I stopped going to the youth group because I just needed to fucking work as much as possible, and I was only able to pick up a shift on Wednesday. And so during that season, one of the other leaders, her name was Gianna, she was coming for a while. She just stopped coming. I have no fucking idea. One of the mistakes that this guy makes is every time something fucking happens, he sweeps it under the rug and he acts like nothing ever fucking happened. And he just moves forward. He doesn't talk about it. He doesn't analyze it. He doesn't change his behavior. He doesn't change his decisions. He doesn't fucking talk to the rest of the group and explain what happened and take responsibility for any fucking thing. He just sweeps it under the rug and acts like it never fucking happens. It's like, that is not how to fucking handle that shit. But it's how you do it. Why? Because it's the easy fucking way to do it. The easiest fucking thing is just sweep it under the fucking rug and act like nothing fucking happened. Just keep on going. The difficult fucking thing to do is pull that right out from the fucking rug. Actually, matter of fact, don't even fucking put it in the rug. To look it right in the fucking eye and be like, this is what the fuck happened. I failed to do this. This is why this person is leaving and we lost him. I'm sorry, guys. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. Whatever you need from me, I'm going to do it. I want us to win. This is the plan. This is what we're going to do. There's no fucking communication. Nah. Nobody communicates me about shit. It's just, hey, we're meeting that fucking Wednesday. I hope to see you there. Luigi was always the one who set everything up because he lived in his past. He had that agreement. What I think is going to happen, I think the pastor's going to take control of the whole thing. He was trying to delegate responsibility to us. He was hands off and just let us do it. But he didn't give us the ability. He put everything on Luigi, I think, in a sense. And I have no idea how that panned out. The other day, Luigi reached out to me. He said, I want to talk. I'm having issues with the church. I would love your advice. We never sat down and talked. I texted him today, asked him if he wanted to meet up and talk. And he said, I'm just no longer attending Innovation. And he never texted me anymore. Said, God bless you, love you, no problem at all. No communication, nothing. I have no fucking idea what happened. None. And so, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. I think Pastor's just going to take it over and I'm going to be support. I just go there. I'm very fun and high energy, right? So when I'm at group, everyone knows it. It's kind of like work. When I'm at work, everyone knows it. When I'm at group, everyone knows it. All the kids love me. We're playing the games, getting everybody hyped and engaged. You know, blah, 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 blah. I make a couple comments where I can. And I have a great time. So, no, that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to go there. I'm going to have fun. I'm just gonna, it's not my church. It's not my youth group. I'm just gonna go there and serve. High fives, dabs ups, laughs, play the games, be engaged, have fun, laugh. When we sing the songs, I'm singing the songs. And the message, listening, being very attentive, asking questions, letting the kids answer. If they don't answer, giving a good answer for them, hyping up, encouraging people to do this, right? Just, I'm a great follower, right? One of the keys to being a great leader is being a great follower. So, I'm a great follower. This ain't my place. No, I'm just here, helping, following, doing my thing, right? And so, I'm going to be the best follower that I could possibly be. And that's the plan. And so, I'm very excited to see how this plays out, bro. R.I.P. Luigi, bro. We'll see. Maybe he'll talk about it. I doubt it. I'd be, my jaw would be on the fucking floor if this guy talked about it. I'd be like, no way, dude. No way. But that's what I would do, 100%. But Sweep it under the rug and act like it never happened. This is exactly what's probably gonna happen. But be what it be, bro. Message of the day. Hamster mode. We on this bitch till it flies off the stand. And it's gonna take me into the next season. And the next season is gonna be so off the fucking charts cool. But this season's also off the charts cool. So I'm in it. And I'm happy to be on it. And I'm in this freaking wheel until God makes this thing fly off the hinges. I'm doing my best all day, every day, no matter what. Doing my best despite. I'm grateful all day, every day, no matter what. Grateful despite. I'm a full-fledged valuetonian, someone whose each and every action is an action of service to himself and to everyone around him. I'm STVing all day, every day. I am being so strong and tenacious in what I value, and I am strong and tenaciously pursuing that value, and I'm spreading those vibes to everyone around me. That's why I love this hamster wheel. All the products are on the freaking way. And I'm excited to get all that stuff. And then to the craft shows, to the trade shows, to the car meets, we freaking go. We're going to be hustling them Johns. And then soon we're going to break into guerrilla marketing where we got pamphlets, we got yard signs, we got all kinds of stuff. I got the kids, the youth kids going around, passing them around, doing all the stuff. We're freaking taking over Orlando in the best way possible. God bless Orlando. God bless everybody in it. God bless everybody here. Start STVing, bro. I'm going to do what I value, and that's spreading those vibes to all of you around so our fellow man is winning in a great way. Bro, God has allowed us to all win, and to win in such a massive way. And when we all win, everyone else that we come contact with just wins too, bro. It's win, 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 win. And that is awesome, and that's the hamster wheel that I'm on, and I ain't getting off this bitch until it flies off the hinges and throws me right into the next season. And that's the message of the day. God bless you. I'll see you in the next. Peace.